Liverpool is experiencing one of its busiest summers in recent years. With manager Arne Slot taking charge and a series of crucial decisions to be made, the behind-the-scenes action at Anfield is on fire. Complex contract renewals, potential departures, and tough negotiations make this a period of intense anticipation for Reds fans. And in the middle of this true chessboard of the transfer market, one of the players Liverpool was monitoring has made a decision that directly impacts the club's plans. Wolverhampton midfielder João Gomes has opted to extend his contract for another 5 years, ruling out any immediate move to the Reds. This twist momentarily frustrates Liverpool's plans, as the club saw the Brazilian as an ideal reinforcement to strengthen its midfield. But is this the end of the story? Or is it just a detour on João Gomes' path to Anfield? While João Gomes closes the door on a transfer this window, Liverpool still has urgent problems to solve. Mohamed Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Trent Alexander-Arnold are entering the final season of their contracts, and if nothing is resolved by July 1st, 2025, they will be free to leave for nothing. The board knows that losing any of them would be a massive blow, but negotiations are far from simple. It's not just about astronomical wages, but also the length of new contracts and the players' ambitions for the coming years. Other key players may also be on borrowed time at Anfield. Goalkeeper Kelleher, defenders Ibrahima Konate, Joe Gomez and Jarell Quansah, midfielder Wataru Endo, and forwards Luis Diaz and Darwin Núñez are all attracting interest from European clubs. If Liverpool doesn't act fast, it could face an unexpected exodus. With so much uncertainty in the squad, Liverpool must move quickly to strengthen the team. The most desired name? Alexander Isak from Newcastle. The Swedish striker is seen as a player who could elevate the Reds' attacking level, but convincing him to leave won't be easy, especially with Newcastle playing hardball in negotiations. Another player on Liverpool's radar is Bournemouth left-back Milos Kerkez, but once again, the asking price could be a major obstacle. Liverpool knows it must reinforce the squad, but difficulties in the market might force the club to change its strategy and explore less high-profile alternatives. With João Gomes' renewal, Liverpool sees an opportunity slipping away, at least for now. The Brazilian was one of the most closely watched midfielders by the Reds, and there had been speculation that the club was preparing a concrete bid for him. Now, with a contract until 2029, any attempt to bring him to Anfield will have to wait at least a year. But that doesn't mean the story is over. If João Gomes continues to shine at Wolverhampton, Liverpool will likely return for him in the future. After all, in football, no is ever final. For now, Arne Slot's management must focus on finding quick solutions to avoid falling further behind in the market. Liverpool still has time to act, but it must do so wisely and urgently. The transfer window isn't closed yet, and fans can expect more twists before the dust settles at Anfield. Liverpool's transfer market is on fire. If the club has already seen one of its targets, João Gomes, renew his contract and slip away from the Reds' grasp, now another name could be saying goodbye to Anfield. The game of musical chairs continues, and this time it involves a key piece of the squad, Kelleher. The talented Irish goalkeeper, who has spent yet another season in Alisson Becker's shadow, is getting closer to an exit. With the imminent arrival of Georgi Mamardashvili, Kelleher knows his chances of becoming Liverpool's number one are fading fast. And now, a new destination may have emerged, a European giant with its eyes on the goalkeeping gem. What seemed like mere transfer speculation could turn into one of Liverpool's biggest departures this window. Time is ticking, and the Reds must make a decision. Hold on to Kelleher or accept the offer and use the funds to strengthen the squad. Kelleher's patience seems to have reached its limit. With Alisson secured until 2027 and another top-class goalkeeper arriving, the Irishman knows his future as Liverpool's starter is practically over. He wants to be the number one at a big club, and the offers are coming in. Last summer, Nottingham Forest tried to sign him, but Liverpool stood firm, demanding £30 million. The deal didn't happen, and Kelleher had to endure another season on the bench. But now, the situation has changed drastically. With his contract nearing its end, the Reds may be forced to lower their asking price to avoid losing him for free in the future. And that's where Bayer Leverkusen comes into play. Leverkusen, last season's Bundesliga sensation under Xabi Alonso, is in urgent need of a new goalkeeper. Their current starter, 35-year-old Lucas Hradecki, has failed to convince, and the club is already searching for a reliable option for the upcoming campaign. Liverpool and Leverkusen have a recent history of negotiations, including a failed attempt to strike a deal for Tyler Morton. But now, the German side could return to the table with an offer that makes sense for everyone. The perfect scenario is set. Leverkusen needs an immediate starting goalkeeper for the Champions League, and Kelleher wants regular playing time at a top club. Liverpool could take advantage of Leverkusen's interest to negotiate for one of their players in return. Names like Piero Hincapié, Jeremy Frimpong, Jonathan Tah, and Florian Wirtz have all been monitored by the Reds, and a creative swap deal could benefit all parties. After all, why not turn Kelleher's departure into a golden opportunity to strengthen the squad? Now, it all depends on the stance of manager Arne Slot and sporting director Richard Hughes. Liverpool can keep Kelleher for another season and risk losing him for less money later, or they can strike a strategic deal with Leverkusen and possibly come out on top with a high-profile reinforcement. One thing is certain. After missing out on João Gomes, the Reds can't afford to waste any more time. The market is heating up, and every decision made now could determine the success or failure of the season. Stay tuned, because this saga is far from over. If the possible sale of Kauimin Kelleher is already shaking things up at Anfield, the next piece of news promises to be even bigger. Newcastle is ready to break the bank and invest heavily in a Red star. And the price involved might surprise even the most optimistic fans. Who will be the next to leave Liverpool? Click on the card next to this video and find out all the details of this massive transfer.